This is a form that is highly recommended to be used when you have a new client. You have a new client, you haven't met them yet. So this will be a good guide as to what questions to ask to uncover how to service them. So we'll go through step by step. First, you meet the client. You go through, of course, the dates, what day you've met them. First and last name, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer. Well, this particular buyer, we're going to use Jason Snyder as an example. If he was in a relationship or had a female, a wife, you would recommend that she would be there. But for this example, Jason Snyder is a single man. So, Mr. Snyder, what's your current address? You will ask him for his current address. Of course, he will provide it to you because you're the professional. And what you do with this address, you basically send him a thank you card. So, thank you for allowing me to guide you through this home buying process. And we look forward to getting you into a home fairly quickly. So are you a first-time home buyer, Mr. Snyder? Yes, he's been renting for years. Why are you looking to move? Rents keep increasing, which is not uncommon. Why a lot of people want to get out, to get into a new home, especially if they're a first-time home buyer. How long have you been looking for a home? Let's just say he's been looking for 6 months. Have you been looking online, going to any open houses? Yes. Browsing online. If he's gone to any open houses, that is fine. You can give him permission to go to open houses. Just say, I'm working with an agent. I will contact them if I'm interested in this home. Likewise, if the new construction, I would prefer that you tell them if there's new construction, let me know and then we can go together. However, if you're curious and would like to look at the property first, please tell the sales agent that you are working with a realtor. Oftentimes, buyers go into new construction and they don't know the process of how to deal with new construction, and they end up filling out a form without listing that they're working with a realtor. So just coach them and teach them how to handle that situation. Also, it's good to know what websites they've been looking at. That will gauge how serious they are about getting into a home. When would you like to be in a home? This is important to ask because you would like to know how aggressive they would like to be with this search. They could say by December of this year. Okay, by December of 2019, that gives you a clear idea of how aggressive you need to be. Remember, it takes about 30 to 45 days to close on a home, and looking for a home can take at least 30 days. Sometimes shorter if you have a buyer who knows what they want, they've been looking for a while, and they just want to secure something. Sometimes it does take a while, a few showings, at least 3 showings for them to get comfortable with what is out there and to make a decision. You would also want to uncover if there's anything else that they need to do with the process. Are they renting? When does your lease expire? So I would ask these questions because it would give me the opportunity to understand if they need to break a lease, if they're hoping to make a smooth transition from the rental world to being a homeowner. So you have to know these items to know how to help them transition from renting to actually being a homeowner. You can also ask them if there's anything contingent, anything else contingent. Have they spoken to a lender or gotten pre-approved? Oftentimes, they have not. But For this illustration, let's just assume he has spoken to someone maybe a year ago. So he kind of has an idea, but he needs to get pre-approved again. I don't know why they have this question, because if you're meeting with them, this is basically the personal consultation. So I usually skip over that question. The next question would be to uncover what type of home is your buyer looking for. So you ask them, so what part of town are you considering? Mr. Snyder is already in Brandon, so he's thinking about moving further south. So he's thinking Waimama, Riverview, um, and Apollo Beach. Those are the areas that he's considering. And if there's anything else that's close by, you can ask them, will you consider Gibsonton? Because Gibsonton is right next door. So if you're thinking Riverview, Waimama, like, why not look in Gibsonton as well? So as a professional, you can just think about the areas that are around and make a suggestion and see if you can get clarity on where they're going. Price range, I usually ask for a monthly payment, because price range, doesn't really dictate the monthly payment, because, we have taxes and insurance and even CDDs that can vary from house to house. So if I understand the monthly payment that particular buyer wants for a house, then I know if we can go up in price or go down in price by the calculations. So Mr. Snyder is looking for a house with no more than a $1,600 monthly payment. So we say $1,600 or less. What style home are you looking for? Are you looking for a single family, a condo, or townhome? Mr. Snyder would like a single family home. He does not want to be in a condo or a townhouse. How many bedrooms and bath? He wants at least 3 bedrooms, at least 2 bathrooms, which is okay. So what are your must-haves, Mr. Snyder? What is something your house needs to have? He would say, okay, well, a 2-car garage, nice size backyard, and the community needs to be walkable. So something with sidewalks, you're saying, or little fitness areas here and there. And he'll explain to you what exactly they mean. Another question I like to ask is, are you looking for something that is a fixer-upper or move-in ready? Are you okay with cosmetics? This will give them an opportunity to explain to you the condition that they would like the home to be in. They can say, I'm okay with a little bit of work, and I would say, okay, so if it had green tiles and burgundy carpet, is that something you would be okay with? Like, I paint the worst picture ever. And if they say, oh yeah, I'm fine with that, then you know the condition of that house that you're showing. If they're saying, no, I want something move-in ready, and you're saying, okay, well, like HGTV ready, like fully renovated with the nice granite, the tile, neutral colors, say yes. If they say yes, then you know what they're looking for. So Mr. Snyder is okay with some cosmetics, only because he doesn't want carpet in the bedrooms and he's willing to rip up carpets. But for the most part, he wants something that's move-in ready because he doesn't want to deal with a lot of renovations. Any wants? Wants maybe a half bath. That's a want. Another want will be tile flooring throughout, which, that's not always the case. Sometimes there's carpet in the bedroom. So there's several wants, but you have to distinguish what is something that they need to have in their house and something that's a bonus. Like a pool will be a bonus for Mr. Snyder. So given this information, you now have the opportunity to start looking for homes for him.